Hey guys, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. We've got a great topic today. Today we're going to be talking about if you're selling a home and you're buying another home at the same time. We're going to be talking about how to eliminate some of the stress that comes with that. And specifically what we're going to be talking about is recasting the mortgage loan that you get for the next house. And if you can hear me okay, if you don't mind, just go ahead and type yes in the comments or okay, something like that. And before we get started, let me just let you know, if you're really serious about buying or selling a home, give us a call. You might want us to help you with the purchase. You might want us to help you with the sale. Either way, or you might not. Either way is fine. We just love to give you some advice and point you in the right direction. And to sign up for that, you can just go to showcasecall.com. There's no charge or no obligation or anything. You can just click a few buttons there and get scheduled with us. All right, so now let's get into it. What we're talking about today is we're talking about when you're buying and selling a home at the same time. It can get stressful if you're trying to get the two transactions to kind of happen around the same time. It's real common for a person to want to sell the house that they have now and take the money, the proceeds that they get from the sale, and roll that into the next house so that they can keep their mortgage payment as low as possible. And also might also help them to avoid private mortgage insurance if they're able to put 20% down on that next house because of the proceeds from the sale of the current one. So the way that usually looks is you're trying to sell your current house, close on it, and then take the proceeds and put that into your next home. And when you're doing it that way, obviously you got to have a place to live. And so you're trying to keep those two things very close together. What we're going to be talking about today is a way that you can make that process a little bit looser as far as the timing goes for going from one house to the next. What we're going to be talking about specifically is what's called a recast mortgage. And some companies offer the recast and some companies don't. So we're going to talk about how to find out. And if you are just joining us, and you're really serious about selling a home or serious about buying a home, give us a call. You might want us to help you with it. You might not. Either way is cool. We'd just be happy to give you some great advice, point you in the right direction. And you can go to showcasecall.com. While you're there, click a few buttons and you'll get scheduled to talk with us. And we'll be happy to help you out that way. So let's get back to it. What we're talking about today is eliminating some stress that can come with buying and selling a home at the same time. Sometimes that stress is because you've got to sell the first house before you buy the next house. And sometimes it's just tough to make those two things go in that order. Sometimes it's tough to get a buyer that's able to wait until you get into the next home. And then sometimes it's hard if you find the home that you really love. Sometimes it's hard to get the seller of that home to accept your offer if you're making a contingent offer. And then just keeping those two things together can be difficult sometimes. You basically have two 30-day processes that you're trying to get to happen at the same time, and they very often do not start at the same time. So it's easy to see how that could be challenging. So what we're talking about is what's called a recast. And a recast is very simple. If you have a mortgage that is eligible for a recast, and that's the key, if you have a mortgage that's eligible for a recast, what you could do is you could go ahead and close on the purchase of your next home and then sell your home later when it's convenient or when you're able to find the right buyer or whatever, for whatever reason you got. And now you're not having to stress out over keeping the two transactions together because you can close on the purchase of the next home. And then when you close on the sale of your current home, you do that later, you do that second. You're able to take that lump sum of money, however much you want to take, and put that towards your new mortgage that you got when you bought the house. And so you're able to basically do the process in reverse. You're buying your next house before you're selling your current house. And what that can do is, like I said, it can just relieve a lot of stress. Now, here's the catch about this. You're not going to find it available on a government loan, like an FHA loan or VA loan or a USDA loan. And then also, too, not all lenders are going to offer that. It's typically something that's offered by the servicer. And a lot of times when you get a mortgage, even if you're getting a mortgage with a major bank like Chase or Bank of America or Citi, if you're getting a mortgage, most of the time, the servicer is, the servicing of the loan is going to get sent to, can be sold or transferred. And the servicer is the one that actually decides whether or not you can recast the loan. So if you're getting a loan from someone, you want to find out who the servicing is going to be with. You want to find out if they allow you to recast. If you're going to recast, you're going to need to do two things. You're going to need to have at least enough money to put down on the next house. Because remember, you're going ahead and buying the house first, and then you're selling your house later and taking the proceeds. So you got to have enough money. 5% is usually enough of a down payment. And then you've got to also be able to qualify for both payments. So if you have a payment on your house now and you're going to get a new mortgage, you're going to have to qualify for both payments. Now, again, the reason you can do that, or the reason you would do that, is it can just really make it a lot easier for you because you're able now to buy a house before you actually sell the house. And a couple of other things about it, just to kind of give you an example. The one thing I was going to mention is, like, let's say, for example, the house that you're going to buy is $700,000. And you want to put 20% down in order to not have mortgage insurance. The 20% of that's going to be $140,000. But and you might have that much money coming to you from the proceeds of the sale of your home. But you find a home that you really, really like. You want to go ahead and get it. It's $700,000. You qualify for the new payment, and you qualify with the payment that you have on the current house, so you can own both homes. What you're going to want to do is put 5% down on that $700,000. So that's $35,000. And you're going to have mortgage insurance. You've got to make typically you have to make at least 2 payments. So you'd make 2 payments on that. During that time, you've probably sold your house. And then you take your proceeds and you put that into the next home. And now you're going to lower your mortgage payment. What they're going to do is they're going to take the payment that you made, the lump sum, they're going to apply it to the balance, and they're going to re-amortize the loan. That's going to make your payment lower. And then the other thing that you're going to be able to do, now if you're under that 80% loan to value, you're able to get rid of the mortgage insurance. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Sometimes it can be when you try to talk about things like that. If you do have any questions about recasting, or you got any questions at all about buying or selling, we'd love to talk with you. You can just give us a call. We can be reached at 949-662-3150. Just press number 1. Or you can just go to showcasecall.com, and while you're there, you can click a few buttons and get scheduled with us. Okay? All right. Hey, I hope you found this helpful, and hope you have a great day. Take care.